Hello students. Apna Study presents you the Hindu News Bulletins for the 30th of June. Before we start, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
National News. Former Chief Minister's inner party democracy.
Former Minister Rohitash Sharma accused the state leadership of running the party from within office rooms during the COVID-19 pandemic. The party served a show-cause notice on him for indiscipline, but the incident has drawn attention to the cleavage in the party between the factions that owe loyalty to and those who oppose her.
Flash flood in Uttarakhand.
A large mass of snow, ice and rock avalanche along with a hanging mass of rock crashed into the Runthi Garh valley floor. This impact pulverized the combination of rock, snow and ice, causing a rapid flow downstream of the river leading to the deluge, the Geological Survey of India said in a report on Tuesday. The event had sparked global scientific interest, with several groups of scientists, both in India and abroad, perusing satellite imagery.
The Supreme Court's decision to universalize ration cards to migrant workers.
The Supreme Court's ruling on Tuesday should result in universalization of rations to all migrant workers across India as long as the pandemic continues, said interveners in the petition. The Food Ministry has so far argued that there is no need to revive the Atmanirbhar scheme, under which it had provided dry rations for 2.8 crore migrants and others without ration cards last year.
The Finance Minister's economic package, a hoax.
Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced new SOPs to boost the COVID-19 hit economy. Former Congress President Rahul Gandhi called the package a hoax. No family can spend the finance minister's economic package for their living, food, medicine or their children's school fees, he said.
COVID-19 vaccines in India.
India administered 35.6 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccines until 9 p.m. on Tuesday. Maharashtra recorded the highest number of vaccinations, 3.8 lakh, followed by Andhra Pradesh. To fully inoculate all adults by the end of this year, 83 lakh doses need to be given daily in the country.
Religions across religions, a survey of Indians.
Majority in each of the major religious groups show a marked preference for religious segregation and want to live separately. Pew Research Center conducted a nationwide survey on religious attitudes, behaviors and beliefs. For most Hindus, religious tolerance was not just a civic virtue but a religious value, with 80% stating that respecting other religions was an integral aspect of being Hindu.
COVID-19 management in the state and union territories.
Union Home Ministry asked states and the union territories to consider implementation of targeted and prompt actions for COVID-19 management in accordance with the latest Health Ministry advisory, till July 31st. Any person violating the measures will be liable to be proceeded against under the Disaster Management Act, besides legal action under Section 188 of the Indian Penal Code.
International news. South Africa's former president, Jacob Zuma, gets 15-month jail for contempt of court.
Jacob Zuma told to turn himself in within 5 days, failing which police will arrest him and take him to jail. Mr. Zuma, 79, is accused of enabling the plunder of state coffers during his nearly 9-year stay in office. The ruling sets a precedent for South Africa by jailing a former head of state for failing to respond to a corruption probe.
Facebook shares hit record highs.
2 antitrust competition lawsuits against Facebook were dismissed by a federal judge in Washington, D.C. The cases alleged that Facebook crushed competition by buying out its rivals like WhatsApp and Instagram. After the ruling, Facebook's shares hit record highs and its market capitalization crossed $1 trillion for the first time.
The United States ships 2.5 million doses of COVID-19 to Bangladesh.
The United States began shipping 2.5 million doses of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine to Bangladesh on Tuesday. The South Asian country is facing a wave of new infections from the Delta variant. The White House said that its vaccine shipments come free in all senses.
A People's Liberation Army Plath soldier died in Galwan Valley.
China's President and Communist Party General Secretary Xi Jinping honored 29 people who were outstanding party members. The presentation of the July 1st medal comes ahead of the party's 100-year anniversary, which is set to be marked in Beijing on Thursday with great fanfare.
Al Shabi paramilitary alliance in Baghdad.
Iraq's Al Shabi paramilitary alliance mourns members killed in US airstrikes along Syrian border. Members massed in Freedom Square near the Iraqi capital's high-security green zone. Security forces were deployed in large numbers, sealing off the green zone after recent incursions by armed groups.
Business news. Sri Lanka banking on $1 billion swap from India.
Sri Lanka is banking on a $1 billion currency swap from India to meet its debt repayment obligations this year. The island nation has already serviced part of its debt this year, and is preparing to repay the remaining more than $3 billion over the next 6 months. Sri Lanka's gross official reserves currently stand at $4 billion.
OPEC meeting India's petroleum and natural gas minister.
Oil Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said he was working to persuade oil exporting countries to moderate surging oil prices. He warned that high prices would push the country to tap alternative import sources such as Iran. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and its allies OPEC+ are expected to discuss a possible easing of supply cuts on July 1st.
Sports news. World Test Cricket, the pandemic.
The World Test Championship (WTC) was a reminder that whatever your strengths outside the field, only 11 players can play, and New Zealand's 11 were better than India's on those rain-affected days. India are 11 times larger in area than New Zealand, with GDP 13 times greater, World Bank figures 2019, and population 260 times more, also have the richest cricket board in the world.
The Indian shooters will be high on confidence in Tokyo.
Gagan Narang says India has the best chance to win medals in mixed events in both 10 meters air rifle and pistol events. He said the 15-member squad combined experience and exciting young talent. Narang said the youngsters can afford to just go out there and enjoy the competition and give their best.